You know, I had discussions with a couple members now because it's very concerning to me. Now, Newsmax isn't the first one, OAN as well. And I think America should be able to have a choice in the news they are able to get, a choice in being able to see it. I would hate to see that someone's being kicked off simply because they provide something conservative. So I think it is a place that we should look at.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy vowing to fight censorship after DirecTV pulled Newsmax from the dial. As you heard, Mr. McCarthy said that we weren't the first ones. OAN was the first victim. But as you heard, there will be action. Now let's bring in former California Congressman, CEO of Trump Media and Technology Group, Devin Nunes. Hey, Congressman, great to see you. I just got to share a quick email with you. Chris, the balloon is 60 miles west of St. Louis, just above my farmhouse, says a guy by the name of Mike. I'm going to get to that here in a minute. You and former President Trump know exactly what is happening here, as you both are also fighting the good fight. That's why you started Truth Social, or he started Truth Social. Twitter and Facebook sought to silence a sitting president. Now Newsmax has been deplatformed by AT&T's DirecTV. What is your take on everything that's transpired?
Well, Chris, happy Friday. And I think the main thing is, this didn't happen until we started this new segment with me coming on your Friday show. So it could be directly related just to you and your show and the success of your show. I don't know. It could be just this Friday segment.
Possibly.
But in all seriousness, look, I love doing your shows on Friday. It's a lot of fun. And we always like to joke around. But this is a serious matter. It happened to One American News. Nobody did anything about it. A few of us spoke up at the time. And then they set their sights on Newsmax. And I think if you start to look at the board of directors on AT&T, you start to figure this out. And this is all at a time when Newsmax is the number 4 news network on all of cable. And I think that's really saying something, that you guys have managed to come up in this amount of time, especially with all the different competition that's out there between, all of the new podcasts and everything that are available to people. So this is something that should scare the hell out of all Americans. And I think you're seeing a little bit different take now from prominent senators, prominent congressmen. You heard Kevin McCarthy there talk about this. And the good thing is that the Republicans do have control, and I think you will see them investigate this because it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I would just add that, this is precisely why, Newsmax is not a public company. And you're dealing with huge public companies with all kinds of access to capital through institutional investors and that sort of thing. You guys are a privately held company. Chris Ruddy has been just struggling through to make this happen. I mean, for 20 years, he's been working his butt off to make this company work. And it's not been easy. I've talked to Chris many times about this, but kudos to him for fighting the fight. Now he gets to a point and they're like, boom, because, they can't get rid of Fox. They couldn't do it because then they would have all kinds of people. Fox is the number 1. But it's basically what they're going to do is they're going to get rid of everybody else. And I think that's what they're doing here.
Well, I don't know, man. Look, as you said, looking at the board members of AT&T, they're more like communist China than they are, American patriots. Which brings me to this. I only got about a minute left, Congressman, but China has literally invaded our airspace with this massive spy balloon. Speaker McCarthy has called for a briefing on this matter. Montana Republicans called for the balloon to be shot down. Congressman Matt Rosendale saying we need to take it down and determine this threat. China's allies in government like Joe Biden and Mitch McConnell, they don't seem too bothered at all about this violation of our territory. But what if this is a trial balloon, no pun intended, for a bioweapon or an EMP? If we had serious people in government, Congressman, what would the response look like?
Well, people have been speculating on Truth Social that they're just actually looking at what new farmland they're going to buy across the Midwest, and which is a possibility. But here's what I want to know: we spend nearly, over $1 trillion plus a year between our Defense Department and our intelligence agencies. I find it shocking that they didn't just find out about this when somebody actually saw it in the sky. This thing had to start somewhere. I would be shocked and I think I would be scared to death if we didn't know this was coming. So the question is now at this point, you let this happen, you let the American people get kind of scared. And look, I think President Trump said it well on Truth Social this morning. It's time to shoot it down. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, they should take it down.
Yeah.
It's out in the middle of the Midwest there. This whole idea that, oh, somebody could get hurt. Yeah, like the whole damn country could get hurt if they don't take this thing down and figure out what the hell the Chinese are doing with it.
Well, Congressman, also leave room for the possibility that here we have an administration that is so concentrating on turning government against we the people that government's not doing its job in protecting we the people from outside harm. Congressman Devin Nunes, sir, thank you very much. Always appreciate the visit.